Beautiful souls, it's Kerry with the Druidcraft Oracle. So I'm going to pull out a few cards today and just see what we get. I've been watching some other readers and I've noticed this theme where they talk about, someone's coming back, or you're in a no contact situation. And it seems to be such a common theme. You start listening to it and you think, oh yes, this applies to me. You know, it doesn't. So I'm going to, oh look, here we go, Two of Cups. So I would say, and then here we have the Chariot. So we've got the Chariot, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Cups. Now, I pulled this one yesterday. Sometimes I pull a card for myself. And so I'm just going to talk to this community, the community of people who may be listening to it, rather than trying to apply it simply to myself. So Two of Cups is a relationship. It's about a heartfelt connection which grows from, perhaps we would say, like a friendship or a union, and it develops into something stronger. The Chariot, so we would say it's about how you navigate the process. When you first meet somebody, it can be all kind of bells and whistles and butterflies and excitement, and you never quite know where that's going to go. It can go one way or it can go the other. You see, we have the lightness and the dark. And we're all dealing with our consciousness and our unconscious elements when we interact with another person. Often where there's a strong attraction, there's some kind of unconscious thing going on. There's some kind of internal wound where you'll form a trauma bond with a person. So if you meet someone and you have a very strong feeling towards them immediately, just take care. Act cautiously, because that can be a sign that there is some kind of bond going on a child level, like inner child wounding, trauma bonding. And we would say that the energy between the people is connected to some resonance that's being sent out, where a person comes in to match the resonance that you have been sending out on some level. And so if there's childhood trauma, or there's a history of not getting your needs met in relationships, and somebody comes in and you feel some kind of magnetic attraction to them, my advice is run. Run. Take some distance and take time, okay? Now, I'm speaking from experience here, because I have had this experience a couple of times. The first time I sort of got drawn in, and then the second time I was more cautious and I stepped back and I stayed away. But it was like the universe had something in mind for me that needed to be reconciled. So no regrets. You should never have regrets, because you learn something from every encounter, right? And we're in a time now where it's possible to explore different levels within us. In previous generations, people got married, and unless their spouse died or they killed them and no one found out, there was no opportunity to have another encounter with another soul in that kind of marriage type of connection. And so we're in a time now where we can have those kind of deeper interactions with more than one person in a lifetime. And so it is a time for healing. It's a time for releasing old karma. It's a time for releasing trauma and karma from previous lifetimes. Sorry if I'm jumping across my words today. I'm feeling a little bit activated by these cards, let's just say it. And here we have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is really just getting on with your business, right? This is getting on with your work and not being too distracted from it. So if there's a relationship for you, it'll come in good time. Timing is everything. Often it's connected to some kind of planetary transit that's going on, but if it's meant for you, it will come in when it's meant for you. And here we have the Chariot. So this is really about personal choice. It's about free will, and it's really about whichever the way the Chariot may go. It may go to the dark side, it may go to the light side, or it may steer a course right down the center. But we would say there's an element of free will and also an element of timing here. So we have a 7, we have an 8, and we have a 2. So that's all comes back down to a, that would all come back down to a 17, 8. All right, darlings. Hope that was helpful. Don't know if it was or not, but people seem to like things that they can, what's the word, project their unresolved issues onto. And there's a lot of things going on in relationships out there where people are really hurting each other and walking away and not having integrity about how things are resolved. All right, darlings, take care, and I hope that was helpful.